Hey, Shalom Israel. We're going to get into a few stories tonight, a couple topics. Of course, a lot of things going on in the earth. You got a lot of things that I think problem is with Black people, Hispanic, and Native Indians is we suffer from memory loss. It's damn near like, we just can't figure out what we forgot, even if it's hitting you in the face, even if it's talking to you on the corners every weekend. Truth is a song that right now probably doesn't sound as great to everyone else, but it should sound great to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You brothers and sisters out there, man, it's a song being sang. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, big up to the work of the Lord that's been going out broadcasting throughout the earth. It's insane how much is growing, even more than it already is. You seeing it everywhere. You're seeing it on No Jumper. You're seeing it on everywhere on YouTube. Millions and millions of views. The Lord is definitely drawing a separation between us and our enemies. The truth and what looks like it is the truth, but it's not. We can never forget again. We can never do that, man. We gotta remember Sandra Bland. We gotta remember Mike Brown, Philando Castile, Freddie Gray. You understand? We gotta remember Emmett Till. We can't forget about slavery. We can't forget about all of the lynchings, all of the suicides, all of the sexual assaults that happened to us, man, living here in this God-forsaken place called America. That's right. Don't ever forget, you understand, who your enemies are. Stop trying to be friends with these people, man. Stop trying to be family with these people. You understand? Christians, man, they some of the most disgusting people you will never find on the planet Earth. Shoot. For example, my own sister, man, grew up with her my entire life. Man, we lost our oldest sister. Man, I fell out with my youngest sister. Didn't even know that I fell out with her until, she hit me up after I've been calling her back to back to back, trying to see what's going on with her. Long of the story short, she's a staunch Christian. I'm talking about Sunday, every Sunday at church, always at church, but she goes to a white church. Now, here's what's crazy. My family, yeah, we grew up in a church, but it wasn't a white church. There wasn't no tambourines in my church. You understand? When I was growing up, that just didn't happen. Well, now she's, in a white Christian church, and what the problem is, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is so real. It's so gigantic in the Christian church. You're looking at me saying that the person that unalived my sister, it was a brutal unaliving, you understand? But at the end of the day, it's an Israelite man that did this to my sister, man. You know what I'm saying? So I proposed to her peace. Once, you know what I'm saying? Once we figure out what's going on, the man already locked up. You understand? He doing the time for the crime that he committed by deleting my sister off the planet Earth. Now, I offered him brotherhood. And well, I'm thinking about offering him brotherhood, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer him brotherhood because if you took my sister from me, now you got to be my brother. That's just how I'm rocking. Well, I told her that was enough to make her cut me off because she could never forgive the person who unalived our sister and didn't understand why I would forgive the person that unalived our sister. Now, meanwhile, every single Sunday, she hold hands with and clap and break bread and sing songs and worship Satan with these devils, these white devils in this church, who are the offspring and the living representation of the people who put us in slavery here in America, were whipping our backs. Excuse me again. Whipping our backs. Understand, walking us for miles, putting our faces in laughing buckets. Like, I mean, all of the atrocities, yokes around our necks, jingle bells all around our necks, selling us for cheap at auction blocks. Like, these people literally they separated our families. They would take a young child from their mother, sell them to another plantation. We literally are descended from the family of Harriet Tubman. Like, slavery is embedded in our family's orated story and history that we speak about every single day. Yet she could forgive the people that whipped our backs, that systematically oppressed us, even to this day, systematically oppressed us. And, and how many lynchings have happened just in this year? Let's just say this year. There's a man that got unalived inside of a correctional facility. That was a lynching. We're still being lynched to this day. She still forgives these devils. Why? Because in her mind, Jesus Christ looks exactly like Cesare Borgia, or that white man with the blonde hair or light brown hair with the green or blue eyes. That is an absolute lie and a farce. But the thing is, she's able to do it like so easily. But yet, when it comes to a black man who unalived our sister, she doesn't understand how easily I can forgive this brother. Why? Because I will never forget again who my enemy is, ever. You understand? I'm never doing it. It's never happening. I'll charge the white man for the death of my sister because of the psychological state of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and I will never hate my brothers. That's never going to happen because I am a man who understands war. I'm a man who understands that togetherness as a nation, under the right teachings, under the right doctrine, same God, same culture, man, at the same time, listen, we can overcome the oppression that we're in today. But I will never forget again who my enemies are. I'll never be confused about it. So let's read in the Bible and we'll get a couple stories. I'll just talk about them, probably read something about them. Like, the things that we need to not forget ever again. And the Lord is making it to where you can't forget it because more and more stories are coming out every day. Let's get Psalms chapter 9. You start at verse 17.
God. This is the book of Psalms chapter 9, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell.
The what?
The wicked shall be turned into hell.
Go ahead.
And all the nations that forget God.
You see what happens? You see what happens? All the tribes of Israel have forgotten their power. All of us have forgotten the Most High. We have no clue who he is. We think the Most High is in the Christian church, and we forgot that the Most High was that same terrible power that said he hates Esau. We forgot that that we are the same people who have a God who gave us justice against the Egyptians, gave us justice against the Romans, gave us justice against the Assyrians. Go ahead.
Verse 18. For the needy shall not always be forgotten.
Yeah, go ahead.
The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever.
Now, listen. I know you don't understand the scriptures a lot, but I'll break it down for you. The needy people shall not always be forgotten. Right now, we are forgotten, and I know that's why we're so lovely. We're so lovable. Like, we love everybody. I'm sorry. We're so gullible because we need so much, and people have forgotten us. They've forgotten us in the dregs of society. We're in the gutters. You understand? We're in a crease we're in a crease inside of a crumb. We're folded away, put away, tucked away, and all of our history is never to be spoken about. America does not want to hear all of the things and atrocities and ups. Like, it's just insane. All the things they've done to uproot us as a people, they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to hear about it in their schools or nothing. And because we need so much, that's where that's where we're stuck at needing something. We're people who always need a job. We're people that always need, some money. We need something. Never do we need the laws of God. Never do we need to be free from sin. Like, the freedom of the Bible is learning how to be free of sin. The freedom of America is learning how to be free to sin. That's the difference. The Lord does not want you to be free to sin. The Lord wants you to be free of sin. And that's the different perspective that we have and outlooks that we have on the Bible in the Israelite School ISUPK. We're coming from a premise of wanting to be free of sin. You understand? Not to be free to sin. Now, here we are, also the richest but poorest people on the planet. Why are we poor? We're poor because we forgot the law. If you would just remember the law and pick up your moral compass again, you'll realize how rich you actually are. Why? Because, first of all, you'll purify your body of all of the drugs and all of the alcohol abuse and all of the, you understand, all of the casual sex. You understand? All of the homosexuality. You'll free your mind, your spirit, your soul from all of the things that are plaguing you. And then now you can look as a people on how to move strategically on a worldwide scene, on an international playing field. We'll be on, and it won't be even, but we'll at least be conscious of the battlegrounds that we need to navigate through. Would at least be that. But you know what? No, we're so poor that all we can do is hear our stomach. You understand? Everybody, you ever been so poor and hungry that you can hear your hunger? Now, if you've really been poor and hungry, you know what I'm saying. Like, you hear your hunger. It's like in the back of your throat. You just hear it. It's just like a cringe. It's kind of like playing Grand Theft Auto. When you play Grand Theft Auto back in the day, when you're hungry, it's like a rumbling in your ear. Man, listen, that's for real. Black people, man, we'll sit there. We're the only people that'll open up the refrigerator knowing nothing is in there. But before we open it, we're hoping and praying that God will just miraculously make some food that you know you never had appear in there, or maybe you missed something in the corner, like like listen, we are so poor, so in want, and so in need of some kind of substance. Like, it's like we can't sustain here without loving the white man. Let's go to Hosea chapter 8, and we'll start at 13. Let's go to Hosea. You understand? Where you at, Hosea? There you are. Now, don't forget. Now, I'm looking at some stories now. Now, hold on. Where we at? Here we go. Here's one of them. Here we are. We're in the richest country in America, right? We got fast food restaurants everywhere. Billions and trillions of dollars, gazillions of dollars that America has. And they have the might of all the nations. They got the military of that outweighs every nation on this earth. Yet you can't go. You go to Wendy's and you got rats. You got mice in your food, pissing and pooping on your food. You can't do nothing. You gotta get the Lyme disease. You gotta get the E. coli. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, you know, you're still walking, being targeted while you're black. I mean, what else? You got Uber drivers trying to just he go, man, a lot of this we're gonna bring out, man, and on the podcast. But brother, you this devil, Edomite, he tried to make the passenger say that he drove so he can get out of the ticket. They always want to leave you with the buck. If America goes up in flames, they'll blame you. You understand? Anything bad happened in America, they blame you. The economy crash, they blame you. This is their go-to thing. Why? Because they don't want to lose what they have, and they have everything. Every single thing. Think about it. All the things that you've ever wanted, they have. Go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 8, verse 13. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offering.
Go ahead.
And eat it.
Uh-huh.
But the Lord accepted them not.
Go ahead.
Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins.
Go ahead.
They shall return to Egypt.
Listen, man, you return to Egypt. You have returned to Egypt. Congratulations. We have returned to Egypt as a people and have been here. The word Egypt is a Greek word, all right? It means bondage or slavery or captivity, hard bondage, slavery or captivity. And that's what happened. We have returned there into slavery. Why? Because we forgot something. As a nation, we forgot the law and we forgot the Most High. And he saw our sins and he looked down on them and said, I have to pay them back for the things that they have done. The Lord is going to visit you. And how does the Lord visit you? The Lord visits you by the things that plague your communities, the things that plague our communities. I'm sorry. The things that plague our communities, like, of course, the normal thing that is so, like the things that should be so rare to you, so taboo to you, have become common to you. Like you see a prostitute, that's common to you. That should be something that's taboo. You see someone getting robbed, you see drugs being sold in your community, you see so much death, you understand, like, but those things have become commonplace for you, and now you it's like you're desensitized to the horror of the things that the Lord, but the Lord is about to show you even more the thing that he got to get you. The Lord, here's what the Lord got to get you at. He got to catch you with the people who you love so much when they turn their back on you, even more. Like when America comes down on you, even more. You're looking at it. Listen, Happy New Year to you too. It was a very happy New Year for you, huh? When you go out to Bourbon Street and you think you about to have a good time and dance and kick it with the devil out there and count down to the New Year's ball about to drop. It's all of that. And the next thing you know, someone runs your stupid simple behind over, and then now you can try it again in your next life. We're honoring, like, listen, you got to understand that you do not fit in American society. And America is in a very fragile state. America is in a state where at any moment, these devils are about to start coming out of these mountains and doing damage to you in these ghettos. And it's already happening, really. You just don't see it. So when they unalive you in a correctional facility, you don't think that those are the devils that train in the mountains about how they going to come and unalive you in the ghetto. Unalive your, like, is this something that I'm making up? Is this something that never happened before in history? Of course not. This is something that is absolutely a possibility. You've seen it happen in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You've seen it happen in all of these different cities where our enemies have come and put absolute slaughter and death on us. Read on.
Khan, verse 14. For Israel has forgotten his maker.
For who?
For Israel has forgotten his maker.
Let me tell you something. There was a time where everybody who was a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian knew what the Lord's name was, knew what his rules were, knew what he commanded you to do, and how the statutes were to govern your house, and how the laws were there to protect you. You knew strategy, you knew war, you knew what a crime, you knew what a war crime was. Nowadays, you think you're American, and you think that here's a crazy thing. You think that you are an American, and that when the police unalive you, that American citizens are unaliving American citizens. No, it's an act of war. It's an absolute act of war. You understand? America is not your arrest, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Go ahead.
Come. And builded temples.
And did what?
And builded temples.
Oh, yeah, you're going to build them churches. Go ahead.
And Judah hath multiplied fenced cities.
Go ahead.
But I will send a fire upon his city.
Everything you think you're going to get here in America, if the Lord is not with it, it's going to burn. It's going to crash. It's going to be obliterated and incinerated. Go ahead.
Come. And it shall devour the places thereof.
No sweat. Drop that. We got any questions online? All right, no sweat. Let's go to Ezekiel real quick. Yeah. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 23. And then let's start at verse 35. Let me get there. You got it? Listen. Don't forget. Never forget. These white women also had slaves. These white women are damn near more cruel than the white man.
Like you said, 23 to 5?
23 to 35. The white woman she's like, man, a total bitch. You understand? The white woman is a total bitch. They get like, listen, how do you think Rome, white woman is a bitch. All right, listen, the history of Rome started like when Romulus and Remus were said to be twins that had to be put out of the city so that they wouldn't die. And a she-wolf or a she-bitch found them and suckled them. Like, the white man's mom is a bitch, straight up. Christ had it right when he saw that white woman and called her a bitch, straight up, called her a dog. Excuse me. That's where they come from. Now, what makes you think that they are not more? These are the ones that they pull out their breasts for the devil to feed off of, man. Go ahead, read.
Come. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 23 and verse 35. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast forgotten me.
Now, you can't just forget the Lord. And when the Lord says, because you've forgotten me, he's talking about his law, his reputation, how he decided that your culture should go. Go ahead.
Come. And cast me behind thy back.
Listen, you say, man, give me that democracy. To hell with that's what they mean, cast you behind your back. And get that out of here, man. Yeah, throw that away. Like, that's what you do to trash. You took the Lord and you littered. You like littered the Lord's name. You like discarded the Lord's name like it's like an old pack of cigarettes. You threw the Lord to the back. You threw him behind you, and everything else comes first, like your selfish, stupid needs. And then once you don't have anything, you know what? Now you go looking for God. Now you turn back around, you go through all of the trash, and now you're looking for God to come and save you out of your bull crap, your stupid lifestyle that you decided to live. Once you on a bed, because you're about to be unalived by the Lord from cancer or from AIDS or give me some more, a gunshot wound or attempted suicide or something like that. You in the way of death, and now you want to remember the Lord. The Lord doesn't remember you in them days, though. He don't remember you in that day. He gonna do you just like you did him. Forget about him. Flush him down the toilet. You understand? That's how he gonna do you. Read.
Come. Therefore, bear thou also thy lewdness.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. Go ahead.
And thy whoredom.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 36. The Lord said, moreover, unto me, Son of man, wilt thou judge
Go ahead.
Aholah and Aholah?
Go ahead.
Yea, declare unto them their abominations.
Listen, I just need you to understand. You're going to bear your condition. You have no choice. Why? Because you gave up on the Lord. So now you deal with the lewdness. I don't want to hear nobody complaining about how black women are out there doing the most lewd acts and being the most bitchiest whores ever. I don't want to hear that anymore. Why? Because you're not doing anything to change it. Only people out here doing something to change it is the Israelite School UPK.
That's right.
You got fake Israelite groups out there who endorse the whoredoms. Fake Israelite groups out there who are literally turning sisters into whores. The horror stories are coming out like this, back to back to back. All we do is hear about them. The horror stories is going on in these fake Israelite groups. The horror stories going on in the church, in the ghetto, the barrio, the Native Indian reservation. Forget about that. You definitely know for a fact that, the things going on in the Native Indian reservation are straight hidden. And it takes men to go into the Native Indian reservation to hear what's happening on the Native Indian reservation. Just women getting abducted, that's common knowledge. But I'm talking about the crazy, grotesque things that's happening on a Native Indian reservation, brother. It will blow your mind. But they're hidden. But we're going to have to bear that. Why? Because this is what you have to deal with. Don't complain to the Lord when, you get exactly what you asked for from society, from your enemies. You asked for it. You asked the Lord to absolutely step back and let you wear what you bought it. You paid for it. So now you deal with it. Read on. Read on.
Come. Verse 37. That they have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands, and with their idols have they committed adultery, and have also caused their sons, whom they bear unto me, to pass for them through the fire, to devour them.
There you go. That's how. This is a metaphor about how, as a nation, as the men who's supposed to lead this nation, you whored on the Lord. You committed adultery on him. Why? Because your idols are more important to you. So let's talk about the false idols. Your false idols, like Islam, is idol worship. Christianity is idol worship. Your birthday is idol worship. Valentine's Day, what's coming up next? Oh my goodness. Martin Luther King's birthday is coming up next. And man, have you idolized that pig? You idolized that pig because white men idolized that pig because he was such a good stepping, fetching Uncle Tom. He was such a good go get it Negro. He was a do boy for America. He's always been that way. And then by the time he figured out his time was short from the Lord before he took him, now you wanted to, after you done it, you done the damage. Now you want to turn black people back away. Now you want to turn them back away from America. It's too late, man. Martin Luther King, you are an idol that white people have erected in the hearts and the minds of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And listen, let me tell you something. You brothers and sisters out here who are about to honor Martin Luther King, you obviously have not been educated on who he absolutely is. Martin Luther King was a queer. Martin Luther King was absolutely gay. He loved white women. He loved men. He loved gay sex and man on man, women on women sex. He thought he could hide it in the dark. He just couldn't. He plagiarized that speech that you thought that was his. He took that and stole that from somebody. He's not even a real doctor. I'm telling you, like, this is for real. And I know everybody starts hearing this and they like, what? Y'all making this up. Nah, go. I did a lecture on it when I first got in the truth. When I was going to the university, I did a lecture at the college. I did a lecture there during Black History Month. I did a lecture there about Martin Luther King Jr. And I brought out all of the stuff that he was about. This cat was a slimy fucking bastard. This man took the Nobel Peace Prize because he supported abortions, man. That's crazy. This cat was for eugenics against his own people. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 38. Moreover, this they have done unto me.
More now, not only that, here's more of what you've done to the Lord. Go ahead.
They have defiled my sanctuary in the same day.
You took the Christian church, which should be a refuge, like the church of God, where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians come for sanctuary to the Lord. You defiled that too. Go ahead. How did you defile it? You eating pork in there. You got Halloween going crazy up in there. Martin Luther King's birthday is about to be a #1 thing on everybody's Sunday agenda. What else they doing in there? All the women in there now today. I saw a video the other day. A lady with a tight ass dress on in there singing, and I'm talking about bouncing it. I said, man, good night. They done turned this joint into something different. It's like the club. You know what I mean? You want to find you a hoe? Go straight to the church. You ain't got to go to the club no more. The church got them. So you got women in there running the church. You got men in there, half a homo. Kids in there rebelling against their parents. They can see what you're doing, dumbass. These kids gonna hold you accountable for what you, and you're a hypocrite. You teaching these kids how to lie, all of that. It's not a sanctuary. And what should the oh my goodness, I don't want to give it to you. Okay. What should the sanctuaries of the Lord be for? They should be a place where you should be able to come and get sanctuary from like the demons in your head, your bad habits. Somebody should be able to teach you and show you, and then watch and look closely and observe that you do not, at the end of the day, the church is like, you see what happened with TD Jakes' church. You see what happened with that. It's a joke, man. Like at this point, who the hell is going to church? Who's going to church? I mean, anybody in the chat, y'all going to church still? Nobody is going to church anymore. Only people going to church are people who, it's like only people sell drugs are stupid people nowadays. Only people go to church are stupid people nowadays. The populace of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we're not going to churches. So what are you doing with your time on Sunday? You know what you're doing? You're recovering from the club. You don't care about God no more anyway. Until you're on your ass, you're in your pocket, somebody about to send you to the gulag. Now you're ready to, oh God, please give me another chance. Coronavirus is coming. It's another virus out here. It's another virus out here. This virus was absolutely sent from the Lord. Like the Lord sent this virus to you, You don't even have a clue. That's what the sanctuary should be for. You should be able to go to that sanctuary and ask about this virus that's hitting you and what you should do about it. But no. Instead, won't you come on down to the altar? That's all you hear. Come down to the altar, give you the tray, pass that around. Man, at this point, y'all might as well be passing blunts around. I don't even know why y'all even acting like God is in the place anymore. At this point, you might as well just turn on some music. I can see it now. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I can see it in the Christian church right now. Them on Sunday saying it's getting hot in here. Somebody twerking, ass everywhere. Somebody passing the blunt. The pastor got his glasses on. Looking like cool. Looking like he trying to be us. He got his glasses on, passing the blunt, passing the collection tray. I mean, why not? You already taking the drug money and talking about let me clean it. You taking the drug money and trying to clean it. You ain't trying to clean the people that's selling the drugs. You taking the drug money and trying to clean that. A bunch of scoundrels, man. Read.
Come. And have profaned my Sabbath.
And you don't even know what the hell the Sabbath is. Y'all worshiping, y'all trying to worship God on a Sunday. That's not the Sabbath day. You don't know any of the other Sabbaths. There's different Sabbaths that you should be worried about in the scriptures. You don't even have a clue what they are. I have a clue, man. Drop that. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 6. You get there with you too. Jeremiah 50 and 6. Never forget again. Forgetting is absolutely, you can't just, oops, I forgot. You can't do that out here, man. Ain't no oops, I forgot. To the Lord, oops, I forgot. Keep the law, oops. Man, listen. That's what's going to get you done out here. There's no oops. The Lord don't want to hear oops. The Lord wants you to never forget the law again. And then what type of people would expect America? Like, listen to how stupid we look. Like, white people looking at us like we're dumb. You expect America to have real justice with you, to have real morality with you, be humans to you. On the other hand, you have no morality. You have no rules. You have no law. We become a lawless people. We don't care about nothing but money, nothing about, our families anymore. We don't care about none of that, really. Like, honestly, people using the kids for a paycheck, they don't really love these kids. They're not raising these kids up at all to be good people. These kids are being neglected by you. Like the way I parent my kids, God forbid, if I never got into the Israelite school UPK, I'd be just like you, badass parents who will sit in the presence of your kids and roll blunts and smoke weed and dress like a whores and have guns laying around. There's a bunch of gangsters in there. Like, you don't care. You're sniffing cocaine. You're having sex. And when man, come on, man. Like, stop it. Y'all don't love them kids. You love the check that come with them kids. You love the food stamp that come with them kids. You love the housing, the Section 8. What else you love? You love the WIC. What's that other stuff? The TANF. You love the child support. You don't give a damn about these kids, and it shows. It shows because instead of teaching the kids not, like, you being an adult, the majority of the people know that the grown-ups know Santa Claus is fake. Christmas is Nimrod worship. Like, this is something, if I have common conversations with people on the streets and I ask them, do you celebrate Christmas? They say, yeah. I say, why? What do you know about Christmas? They say, yeah. I know Jesus Christ really wasn't born on the 25th of December. He wasn't born in the winter. They say they know that it's unlawful to celebrate birthdays. What else they know? They know Santa Claus was really a black man. They know everything. Why? Because the Israelite School UPK has been teaching this for decades upon decades, over half a century, we've been teaching this. Now, even though you know all of that, your reason for keeping Christmas alive is because of your kids. You don't celebrate Christmas because of your kids. You celebrate Christmas because you're a kid.
Right.
So you understand? Like, don't use the kids as an excuse for you to have a good childhood while you're an adult. Grow the hell up. At some point, you're going to have to just grow up. You're going to have to just figure it out. Like, we can't make these. I wish we could, but we can't make these choices for you. You should want to teach your children not to celebrate Christmas, not to be scoundrels, not to be gremlins, not to be alley cats. You should want to teach them by not allowing them to indulge in America. America is your problem. America is the problem. You in having no law is the problem. Grow up. Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep.
Listen, man, you're lost. I know it. You're lost. You just voted for Donald Trump. You're lost. Voting, period. You're lost. Every time you vote, you show how stupid and lost and alone you are. You're lost in a false hope. I don't know what's going on with you. You voted for Joe Biden. You're voting for Barack Obama. You're lost. You're looking for somebody to love and call home. America is not your house. Get out of it. You understand? It's crazy, man. Go ahead.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Their what?
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Yeah, your Dr. Umar Johnson's. He's now your shepherd. Snoop Dogg is your shepherd. 50 Cent, Jay-Z, P. Diddy. That's why they at the top of the damn trending topics right now, because you idolize these people. You really give a damn. TD Jakes, the Christian church, they have already been known. They have been shown to be absolute lies and imposters. But the shepherds are supposed to be the people that's in a place to look after you. They should, like, these people should be able to look after you, but they don't. Your shepherds have caused you to go astray. Why? How does your shepherd cause you to go astray? Or the people that's supposed to watch over you, they lead you into the wrong, like they lead you towards the sheep, the wolf. They lead you towards the cliff. They don't lead you to safety. Okay, so what does that mean? What does that look like? Here's what that looks like. They're not great examples of what men of God should be. Instead, they got they vaginas. Why? Yeah, grown man. This ain't nothing new. Y'all know. TD Jakes probably got a coochie down there. He probably don't even have a rod anymore. But they spread their legs for every bribe. Listen, it's common knowledge that Al Sharpton sold you out. He sold you out to the white man. He sold your properties. He sold your businesses. He sold them. And now it's not even called Harlem really no more. It's called Soha. That's crazy. You have been sold out. There's a Christian church right next. I'm talking about right next to my house. And my block is being gentrified now. And I look at him and I say, this nigga just done sold the ghetto. This nigga sold the ghetto. That's what your Christian pastors are doing. They taking it. They taking your ghettos and opening them wide open. They opening them legs wide open, spreading them and getting knocked down. That's what's happening. They whores, man. Go ahead, read.
They have turned them away on the mountains.
Go ahead.
They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Listen, without law, we're like lost sheep. And it's like your pastors They mislead you. They give you different religions. Like they give you nothing but religion. You understand? Like you got to think about how many religions are inside of the Christian church alone. Like it's not just like there's so many. It's the drug religion of Satan worship, sun worship, the religion of give me more wood, the worship in the wood, like the cross. Like I mean, come on, man. It's like it turns to a good slave. Drop that, get Isaiah 53 and 6. Never forget, y'all. Never forget. Where we at, Isaiah? Where you at? $53 and 6. You got it?
Come.
I mean, listen, I pray y'all don't ever forget how many people died on the transatlantic slave trade. It's compared to any other people's captivity, yours is like the most outstanding numbers just from then. Right, so Negroes alone, you had 100 million during the transatlantic slave trade, not counting the more when they got here, how many have been unalived. You got the Hispanics, 60 million of them, 70 million of them, right? The Native Indians, 100 million of them. Listen, I can't make this up. Listen, I cannot make this up. Being over the Native Indian reservations in the ISUPK, like I get to go and look at these numbers, and damn near every tribal reservation that I go to, it'll tell you how many tribal members they have. Like it's like under 2,000. Every tribe that I've seen so far is under 2,000. Maybe I haven't seen enough in my short career, but it's under 2,000. And now, and then it says half of those 2,000 don't even live on a reservation. They moved from the reservation. Half of 2,000. Oh my God, y'all don't even understand the gravity of what I just said. These brothers and sisters have been absolutely wiped out to an acorn. That's it. Nothing. The Menominee had 10 million acres. And then the white man lied with the treaties and then stole their land. And now they have 215,000 acres left. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is insane. Go ahead, read, man.
Another one come. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53 and verse 6. All we like sheep have gone astray.
Listen. That's self-explanatory. Keep going.
We have turned everyone to his own way.
Everybody got their own beliefs. Hey, man, I believe this. You believe that. Let's just agree to disagree. I hate when people say, let's agree to disagree. Hell no. You know what that means? That means that I will compromise just to agree with you. And I won't. A transgender man is a man. It's never a woman to me. Never. And vice versa. A transgender woman, a transgender man is never, it's a woman. We just call a duck a duck. Now I got to trim my ways. I got to take away from my integrity just to make you feel good. No, sorry. Go ahead.
And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Listen, just one man can cause the entire nation to go into captivity. One man. And we knew that. As a people, we know that everybody on the transatlantic slave trade weren't wicked people. You understand? Some of them were actually some righteous people. Man, give me Psalms. Let's go back to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 44 and 20. That's the name. That's the theme, man. My theme is all of the Bible verses that are in the Bible. Since you read the Bible, everybody say they read the book, right? Everybody read it? Everybody? Yeah, I'm sure. But you forgot to look at these verses. I got to show you these verses because I need you to know. It's something about the Bible you like that it requires you to know that you forgot. Go ahead, read it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 20. If we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, verse 21, shall not God search this out?
All right, you thought you forgot. Adam and Eve thought that they was about to go to a different religion. They thought Adam and Eve thought that they could hide in the major religion or major culture of the days that the era that they were living in, and it just did not happen. The Lord found them. You're not running into the Christian church like Lil Durk. Lil Durk thought that he was about to run into Islam, and God wasn't going to find him, but the Lord had found him, and the God of Israel has caught up to you, my brother. You can't just Islam ain't gonna help you, man. Islam will never help O Block. Islam was about to get FYBJ Main killed. He was about to get unalived in the O Block. He was about to lose his life in there messing around with Muhammad. He put his trust in Muhammad, and them brothers was about to unalive him in the O Block. Now, do your homework on they was about to unalive him in O Block. Go ahead.
For he knoweth the secrets of the heart.
Yeah, the Lord know who you are. You think you can be a disgusting bastard, and nobody knows. Nobody will ever find out. Nobody, because you're so stupid you don't have a conscience. Because you don't have a conscience, you think, oh, nobody knows what I'm doing. No, the Lord knows. You could think God don't exist if you want to. You can feel God in your spirit every time you do something crazy. You know the Lord gonna find you. He gonna seek you out. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long.
Go ahead.
We are counted as sheep for the slaughter.
That's how it is for us now. Like it's damn near like we live to die. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Awake.
Why? What did he say?
Awake.
Listen, that's like the heaviest thing you can hear. Like in the morning, you about to go to your slave, and your alarm goes off. You know it's time to wake up. Like you can't see the alarms. What do you think Revelations was about when it was talking about those trumpets being sounded? Those weren't literal trumpets. It was something that's happening in today's time to make you want to wake the hell up. When you see this in the news, when you see this in your neighborhood and your community, when you see all of these things dealing with these different nations, it's time to wake up. When you hear the truth, wake up. The fact of the matter is, Jesus Christ is a nigga. God is a nigga. You understand? The Israelites are black. I mean, come on, man. Hispanics and Native Indians, those are your people. God don't love everybody. He just loves you. You come from a royal race. Yet you think you African. We done battled all the Africans. No African has ever proved to us or to you that you're an Israelite. They can't root you in Egypt. They can't root you in Nubia. They can't reach you in Sudan, Ethiopia. You're not from there. You're not from Kush, man. Stop it. Nobody has ever proven us that you're not an Israelite. Meanwhile, you're still going to Africa. Wake up. When you gonna wake up? Why are you so stupid and sleep? What is it gonna take for you to just wake up? Nobody ever wants to do that. Why? Because it feels so good to sleep. Well, then you stay asleep, stupid. You're gonna sleep your day away. You're gonna sleep through Armageddon. You're gonna sleep through listen, they're gonna sleep through World War III. Read.
Come. Awake. Why sleepest thou? O Lord, arise. Cast us not off forever.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. Wherefore hidest thou thy face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression?
Like, these are questions. Whenever you, like, here's what you do. You question God. All you do is question God. You say, where's God at? Can you come back to us, God? Like, we pray for you all day. Can you show us who you are? I just want to see God. God, I want to see you. You think you gotta die to see the Lord. You don't have to die to see the Lord, man. All you got to do is keep the law, statutes, commandments as a nation of people, and you will see the Lord by the things that happen to you.
That's right.
You'll see the Lord by how you keep the law. You'll watch how we deal with the money that we have. You'll watch how our neighborhoods will be cleaned up. You'll watch how our people are cleaned up. You'll watch how, crack goes down to a low. Incarceration goes all the way down. Robberies, prostitution, all the way to the bottom. Black on black violence goes all the way to the bottom. Our economy and industry grows. You understand? Sex trafficking and all of that, human trafficking, all time low. Then you'll have men ready to stand up for you and protect you and lay their life on the line for you as a people, man. Nah, but you know what? You don't want that. So you asking the Lord, did you forget our affliction and our oppression? You forgot. If there's a God, where is he? Because we've been in the ghetto for so long. We've been afflicted and oppressed for so long. What's that affliction? You're out of your mind. Listen, when I say out of your mind, I mean you are a manic depressant. You are a schizo. You understand? You're a narcissist. You're abusing your kids. You understand? You are out of your mind. You're afflicted. You're stupid. You have no idea who you are. You have no identity. You have no God. You have no true culture. You think rap. You think a genre of music is your culture. Hip hop is your culture. Stupid. Here we are in 2025 about to argue with Hispanics and West Indians about who owns hip hop. Nigga, the Jewish man owns hip hop. What are you talking about? Who owns rap? White people own rap. Why? Because here's how I know. Here's how I know. You do a song and a dance. You do the diddy bop, song and a dance, hoping for a check. Women are bouncing their ass, selling their soul, all their morality. That's what selling your soul means. Your soul is that thing that you got that makes you a person. You understand? Now you become an animal. Why? For money. Why? Because you don't have it. Why? Because you don't own hip hop. Why? Because you don't own football. Why? Because you don't own basketball. Nothing in sports you own. You don't own clothes. You don't own any of this. You don't own the Balenciagas you're killing each other for. You don't own Gucci. You don't own none of that. Now, here you go. Here you go. Now you got You got to bend over backwards for something that you don't have. To who? To the Jewish man. Jewish man is up in the damn highest high rise while you dancing on the table, playing your tape, your CD. They in there trying to deliberate on if they should give you a record deal or not. They got all the record deals. They got all the distribution deals. They own all your music, all your masters, all your rights. Here you are, you have nothing but the art and ignorance and stupidity. Because if you knew it, you'd be able to corner the market. You want to take the market from white people? Love your people more than you love anything else on this planet. Love the Lord more than you love anything else on this planet. Follow the teaching of the Israelite ISUPK. I guarantee you, we'll corner all of these markets.
That's right.
Like overnight, we'll corner the markets. You'll have a necessity for a true army again if you just follow us. You'll have no military might. And nothing like that. Read.
Come. Verse 25. For our soul is bowed down to the dust.
That's a low state. You're in hell. That's what you're saying. Your soul is in hell. That's what you're saying. Go ahead.
Come. Our belly cleaveth unto the earth.
Man. Somebody got to pay for this. Every time I'm driving around my city and I see a brother or sister that's whacked out of their mind or on drugs, strung out, or on the prostitution, or you on the blade, I see the drug dealers and I see the Kia boys all through the city. I think to myself, damn, they just can't get up off the ground, man. No matter what it is, they just can't get off the ground. Don't get it twisted. Some of you brothers is going to stand up. Some of you sisters will stand up. I promise you, you will. Some of y'all going to get it done. Some of y'all going to get it done. And it's going to become contagious. So contagious. I mean, death is going to start tasting like, well, I don't know what it tastes like, but it's going to taste bad to you. It's going to be bitter to you. You're not going to want it no more. And then you're going to have nothing to turn to but this. Read.
Come, verse 26. Arise for our help.
You're asking the Lord, please get up and help us. Go ahead.
And redeem us for thy mercy's sake.
And now you want to tell the Lord, you said you'd have mercy on us. You said you'll have mercy on us. That's what you said. Yeah, I know. Let me tell you something about the Lord. One of his strongest qualities is his mercy. But everybody wants something from the Lord without giving the Lord something in return. How about you give your soul, you give your allegiance, you give your zeal to the laws of God? How about you just remember God again? How about you remember that you're an Israelite again? We're not making this up. Like, being an Israelite ain't a gang. Being an Israelite is not something we just made up. We just, like, man, listen. It's not a bikers club. Like, we don't need members in the ISUPK. We're a priesthood that the Lord set up under Christ to govern our people here in America. We don't need members. We don't need them. We're not IUIC. We're not going everywhere for members. We're trying to get rid of some members. We're trying to cut the numbers down. It's a holy priesthood. It's like damn near too many. You understand? Now, if you want a church, go find your fake Israelite group. They'll accept you. But for us, hard to get in here because we're warriors dwell. This is where real priests move around. You understand? We don't really need members at all. But what we do need is for our people to wake up and require our priesthood.
That's right.
So right now, thank you for the time that it takes for young officers and troopers and young men to wake the hell up, come in here and learn how to be a priest. Thank you. But it comes at an expense. It comes at an expense. The expense is this. The time is short. Time is short. We don't know what the hell is about to happen next. They got drones flying in New Jersey. You understand? You got You got the people in Ghana are getting more and more desperate for you. They want you to come to Ghana. They want you to come and strengthen the hand of Ghana because they know blacks from America equals money in their banks. That's all they want. They want you to come over there and be stupid. Now, go ahead.
Come.
Oh, that was it on that. You could drop that and give me Proverbs 1 and 22. This is one of my favorite scriptures, man. Proverbs chapter 1. Go to 1 and 22 because there is something that I want to ask you, that the Lord want to ask you. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones?
How long, ye simple ones? Go ahead.
Will ye love simplicity?
How long you gonna love stupidity, man? How long you gonna love being simple? What makes you simple is the fact that you have no knowledge about who you are. That just makes you simple. Here's what makes you even more simple. The fact that the prophets of God are on the scene now, and we're telling you exactly who you are. And because you love simplicity, you turn a deaf ear to us. You hide your face from us. You think you're gonna hide in the rap game? You think you're gonna hide in the ghettos, hide in the gang banging, you GDs and BDs and Stones and all that. You're not hiding, man. You look simple. To people who ain't simple, we see you, brothers and sisters, and we say, oh my God, how long? Because do you not know you look like a dummy out here? That's how simple you are. You look stupid and don't know that you're stupid. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Come. And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Oh yeah, the scorners, the people that mock you. Ha ha, ha ha ha. Look at these niggas, man. Look at them. Nothing. Look, black people can't get it together. Look at these ghetto birds. Ha ha. That's what you like. You like to hear that all the time. Black people can't get it together. You like to see the news saying that we're rapists. You like the news to say that we're murderers. You like to see the news saying we're drug dealers. You like that? You think because somebody put it in a damn rap album that it's cool to do? Again, your culture is music. You think that's cool? You think for the earth to look at black men and hate us, you think that's cool? Nah, man. You're simple. Go ahead.
Come. And fools hate knowledge.
And listen, you gotta be a fool if you hate this knowledge. Nobody on the planet Earth ever packaged this like this. We giving you the full package. We giving you your identity. We telling you, we teaching you the law. Like you don't have to go in the book for yourself. Like we studied it, we know it, we live it, and we stand for it. And we teaching you the law. We teaching you history. We teaching you all the history that you didn't know. Like King James was a black man. Like Harriet Tubman knew that she was an Israelite. We teaching you real history. Like Beethoven was a black man. We teaching you history, man. We teaching you history about how we're not Africans, how we fled down from Jerusalem in 70 AD and went into the interiors of Africa so that we can blend in with the other dark races fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. That's what we did. This is a history you don't know. That the Native Indians in America were here, like your nation was split into two. Half of us went to America, the other half stayed over here in Jerusalem. The ones that went to America, you call them today the Native American Indians or the Hispanics. They were over here keeping the law and traditions of Hebrews, man, of the Israelites. They had garments, they had fringes with the borders of blue. Their language was Israelite Hebraic language. Their culture was one God. You understand? They had the Ark of the Covenant. Come on, man. Like, you think these people, like, come on. We teaching you history. We showing you who you are. In Africa, you didn't speak You didn't speak that language. You spoke Shema Yasha Allah Yahweh Allah. Excuse me. Shema Yasha Allah Yahweh Allah Yahweh. That's what you were speaking. You were speaking Hebrew. You wasn't speaking the umbliblits. You wasn't speaking the kumbos. You wasn't speaking the nible. And I know they put the Lion King out for you every other goddamn year. You don't even remember who y'all when the Lion King come on. You like that's not you. You're not from Africa, man. You're not from there. You ended up there, but you don't originate from Africa. So we teaching you the history. We teaching you brotherhood. We teaching you what the importance of loving your brother like you love yourself. Forgiving your brother, man. With brotherhood, that's the answer to gang violence. Brotherhood is. But you have to be taught what brotherhood is again. You have no clue what it is. You think brotherhood is sitting around each other, going to the club, drinking all damn day. You think that's brotherhood. Can't have no brotherhood without smoking the damn blunt. Can't have no brotherhood without passing out cigarettes. You think somebody opening up their cigarette pack and giving you a cigarette, you think that's brotherhood. Stupid, man. Stupid. Have no clue what brotherhood really is. Brotherhood is them niggas that killed your cousin, forgive them, man, if they ready to change. That's what that is. That's what brotherhood is. Them niggas that killed your sister, your brother, forgive them when they ask for forgiveness. That's what brotherhood, sisterhood, that's the answer to gang violence. You understand? What else we giving you? Your language back. We are giving you the Lashwan Quadash back. The holy tongue of the Israelites. You know that language that Christ spoke when he spoke to Paul. You know that language that the Lord spoke, that the angels speak, Moses, Ezekiel, the prophets, all of them spoke it. Read.
Come. Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof.
Like the Lord is saying, you should, like, once we give you the reproof, you should turn at that. Go ahead.
Come. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
Yeah. Spirit of the Lord is a dreadful thing. Go ahead.
Come. I will make known my words unto you.
Listen, this is how the Lord covered his ass. He's sending the prophets out every time that something's about to go down. He sent his prophets out, and we prophesy for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades to a people who refuse to hear us and what we're saying that the Lord wants them to do. Up until this point right here, go ahead.
Come. Verse 24. Because I have called and ye refuse.
But you don't hear it. You refuse the voice of the Lord. You refuse to know that you're an Israelite. You refuse to change. You refuse the reproof. Reproof means to change. You refuse. You don't care. You're stuck. You're stuck in a loop. You're stuck in the aspire to be a basketball player loop. You're stuck in the drug dealer loop. The fake facade of being a gangster loop. Literally, listen, y'all ain't ready for what's really out here like that. All you cats out here thinking you ready for warfare and hand-to-hand combat, you're not really ready for it. You fight like unlearned people. I know y'all looked at that, what happened after the No Jumper show when they whooped on them cats. I know y'all thought like, damn, they can fight. They can't fight, man. That's not fighting. That's not fighting at all. You understand? That's a sucker move, man. It's a sucker. You're looking at a bunch of suckers out there, man, who ready to harm their own brothers, be cowards, but then when the police come, run. Read.
Come. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
No man even cares. It's damn near like let's go back to the Lion King. Here we go. Dum 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 dum. Here you go. You Mufasa, you reach your hand, you're hoping for help, and then it's like somebody reached down to give you their hand, but you don't take it. You'd rather die. You'd rather fall to your death. Go ahead.
Verse 25. But ye have set at not all my counsel.
Meaning you don't care about the counsel that we give you in the Israelite School PK. We teach you how to keep your family together. We counsel you on keeping your family together. We counsel you on who you should choose before you even get married. You should court somebody, all the stuff that we counsel you on about the drugs and how to get off the alcohol abuse and how to overcome a lot of things, but yet you don't care about our counsel. Go ahead.
Come. And with none of my reproof.
And you don't want none of the reproof. You don't want nobody to tell you you're wrong. You want everybody to tell you you're right. You know what? You're right. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity.
Your calamity is your time of need, dire need. Where your calamity is a rough. Like, what we're in right now? When you ask the Lord to help you out, he laughing. Your calamity, we're in calamity. Go ahead.
Come. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Like, you know what it means to be mocked? Like, you scared, you scary cat. Ha, laugh at you. You're afraid. The Lord is laughing at you, man. This is the God of the Bible. Not that I love everybody God that they've been giving y'all in the Christian church. The God of the Bible is a gangster, man. He's a real live, and I only say gangster as a term of endearment. You understand? To the Most High on how much of a warrior he is, how much of a real father he is to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But how much after his mercies run out, after his patience run out, after he's tried to save you countless times, like the Lord at some point is going to laugh at you when you're dying. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation.
You know what it means to be desolate, lost, desolate, without help, with no power, no resources. You're desolate. Go ahead.
Come. And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
And that's how quick death comes. Death comes quick. You think all the people who died thought that they was about to die that day? Hell no. Nobody, you don't wake up in the morning like, oh, today I'm going to die. I'm going to die today. That's how I know it. Because if you knew when you was going to die, you could just fake the funk. That's why the Lord don't let you know when you're going to die. He wants you to get it right when you don't know when you're going to die. Read.
Come. When distress and anguish cometh upon you.
Oh my goodness, read.
Verse 28. Then shall they call upon me. But I will not answer.
God, I got shot in the gut. Oh, God, please, Lord, don't let me die. Jesus Christ, Lord. Oh, that's how it is. Ain't it? Oh, help me, Jesus. Is there anybody there? Jesus, God. Go ahead.
God will come. They shall seek me early.
They gonna really want God to come really quickly. Go ahead.
But they shall not find me.
You ain't gonna find him. He ain't gonna be there. Read.
Come, verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I pray you understand. Go ahead.
Come, verse 30. They would.
29 is where we at.
Oh, Salah. I just read 20.
You did? All right, go ahead. Go ahead, you right.
Oh, okay. Salah. Verse 30. They would none of my counsel. They despise all of my reproof.
You can stop right there. Let's go to now let's go to what it looks like when you start. Go back to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 137 and start at verse 4. Let's start at verse 4. We've been doing a lot of traveling. I appreciate y'all for traveling along with us to understand a little bit of this Bible that you never knew. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
This is not your land. Can't sing. And the Lord's song is not oh happy day. Oh happy day. That's not the Lord's song. What's the other song they be singing in the church? Damn, I forgot all of them there. That's good. And see how the Lord make you forget all the damn songs, disgusting ass gospel songs. None of them Kirk Franklin songs is the song of the Lord, man. That's Kirk Franklin's song. You understand? The song of the Lord is when you win a war and you overcome a people. That's the song of the Lord. When you praise the Lord for being with you on the battlefield and you overcame and you got the victory, not that fake victory that the Christian church, what the fuck victory they be thinking about? I don't know what the hell they be saying. The victory in Jesus, like, what are you even talking about? What victory? You a slave. They have no victory. What, the right to vote is a victory? What are we talking about? Go ahead.
Verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her coming. Her cunning.
Listen, the Lord is not going to forget you. You understand? The Lord ain't going to forget you. He love you enough. He love you enough to come back for you. Go ahead.
Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
And that ain't happened. Because the prophets of God are out here still talking your ears off. You can't get rid of us. We out on the street corners and downtown areas where you hate to see us, but love to leave away from us. We're still there. We ain't gonna stop. Go ahead.
Come. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Yeah, the day that Jerusalem fell. Remember them white people. Edom are all white people. I don't care what they call themselves. All the white races, Edom. Remember that day that they did to Jerusalem. Do not forget again what they did to Jerusalem. Stop forgetting what your enemy have done to you. Remember it. What did they do? Read.
Who said, raise it, raise it.
Raise it means destroy it. Destroy it. That's what they did to Jerusalem, man. That's what they did to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Man, they beat it all. Listen, they beat your city all the way down and pummeled it to the last rock. Let's go to Psalms 19. Let's go to Psalms 19 and 7. Like, when you return to the laws, that's what makes you perfect. I want you to remember that. Don't ever listen to no Christian when they tell you can't be perfect. Perfect in what? If you could be perfect on a spelling test, then you're perfect. You get 100 on a spelling, that's perfect. You get 100 on a math test, that's perfect. Don't tell nobody you can't be perfect. You understand? You can be perfect. And you can also be perfect in the law. Psalms 19 and 7.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law
The what?
The law of the Lord is perfect.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. If you can keep the law of the Lord, that's what makes you perfect. Go ahead.
Converting the soul.
Turn back to the law. You'll be perfect. Go ahead.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Yeah. Yeah. The simple things to do in the law is what makes you wise. It's easy. It's not that hard. All right. Now give me Jeremiah 44. Jeremiah 44, and let's start at verse 9.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 9. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers?
Don't forget that. Don't you forget all the crack. Don't forget that. Don't forget the heroin. Don't forget them prohibition days. Don't forget the black mafia days. Don't forget that, man. Don't forget the wickedness of your fathers. Don't forget when they crucified our king, an innocent man, because they wanted to continue in sin, continue to be bitch made. Go ahead.
And the wickedness of the kings of Judah.
That's what they. Yeah, come on. Don't forget how Solomon is the one who, man, as great as he was, as great as Solomon was, he just had to mess with them women, wrong women. He just couldn't stop himself. He couldn't control himself. Go ahead.
And the wickedness of their wives.
Oh yeah, don't forget Ahab and his wife. That bitch there, boy. Yikes. Go ahead.
And your own wickedness.
Don't forget that either. Don't forget that you wicked. Read.
And the wickedness of your wives.
And the wickedness of your wife is crazy. You know your wife is a wicked whore. Yet you keep, listen, your wife is a whore. I just want you to know your wife is a whore. She sucks everybody's penis. That's just what she does. And then she comes and kiss you. And now when Christmas time comes, y'all put on matching pajamas with the ugly socks, and you're making friction on the carpet. You touching each other. You feel that? That's the love I got. Yeah, that's what you do. Under the mistletoe, you kissing every man under the mistletoe when you kiss your woman. Your wife, I'm sorry to tell you, in the world, brothers, your wife is a straight slut. Trust me, I know it. They're sluts. Sluts. And you love her. Your wife is wicked as hell. And let you tell her Christmas ain't happening this year. She's going to replace you with Jamel. Jamel is going to be at your house. I don't know who Jamel is. It just sounds like the nigga she going to choose over you for Christmas. Go ahead.
Which they have committed in the land of Judah
and
in the streets of Jerusalem.
That's it. I mean, yikes. This is what your culture became. That's horrible. Read Jeremiah 3 and 21. The Lord, he gonna have mercy on you, man. Scripture say that the Lord will choose Israel. He will have mercy on you. But that just does not happen with spookism. Some reason, y'all think this Bible is a spookism Bible. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 21. A voice was heard upon the high places, weeping and supplications of the children of Israel. For they have perverted their way.
They have what?
They have perverted their way.
Yeah, man. Y'all forgot y'all way. Y'all pervert, like you took righteousness and traded it for wickedness. That you perverted your way. Go ahead.
Come. And they have forgotten the Lord their God.
Read.
Verse 22.
This is what the Lord wants you to do, though, my people.
Return.
What?
Return.
Return. This is where you're from, man. Return back to the law. Go ahead.
Ye backsliding children.
And listen, anybody who's a parent, you already know how it feels to have a child who's falling to the side, backsliding. I mean, at the end of the day, all you want to do is tell them, come on, man. Go ahead.
Come. And I will heal your backslidings.
All of the things all of the wounds we have suffered here in America, the Lord gonna heal you. All you gotta do is just return. That's it. Read.
Come. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our God.
Listen, the UPK are teaching and crying to the Lord to redeem us, not the churches. Read.
Come. Verse 23. Truly, in vain is our salvation hope for from the hill.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
And from the multitude of mountains.
Go ahead.
Truly, in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel.
Like I said, the pastors ain't gonna help you, man. All right, let's get this last scripture, Jeremiah 13. Start at 10. Actually, no. Jump down to 20.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, and verse 20. Lift up your eyes and behold them that came from the north.
Go ahead.
Where is the flock that was given thee? Thy beautiful flock.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. What wilt thou say when he shall punish thee?
Go ahead.
For thou hast taught them to be captains, and as chief over thee. Shall not sorrows take thee as a woman in travail?
Go ahead.
Verse 22. And if thou say in thine heart, wherefore come these things upon me? For the greatness of thine iniquity are thy skirts discovered.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna lift your skirt. That's what it is. Somebody lift up your skirt and saw how nasty you are. Go ahead.
Come, and thy heels made bare.
Read.
Verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin?
No. They can't get rid of them big ass craniums they got. Anybody ever seen an Ethiopian cranium? Jesus Christ. They got some big ass gray alien shaped heads. Go ahead.
Come.
Y'all know, I ain't making this up.
Or the leopard his spots.
Yeah, I ain't seen it. Go ahead.
Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Read. We're gonna read all the way down to 27.
Verse 24. Therefore will I scatter them as the stubble that passeth away by the wind of the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
Verse 25. This is thy lot, the portion of thy measures from me, saith the Lord, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. Therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear.
Here you go, right here, boy. That's the kicker. Go ahead.
Come, verse 27. I have seen thine adulteries.
Lord, seen all of that. Go ahead.
And thy
names. Go ahead.
The lewdness of thy whoredom.
Uh-huh.
And thy abominations on the hills in the fields.
Go ahead.
Woe unto thee.
What?
Woe unto thee.
Lord saw it. And it's more coming. Go ahead.
O Jerusalem.
Oh, who?
O Jerusalem.
That's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
Khan, wilt thou not be made clean? When shall it once be?
When are you going to clean yourself up before you die? That's what the Lord is asking. You know what I mean? That's what he's asking. But no, I don't think we understand. But I tell you what, there's and people in Mexico, nearly 300 people participated in the lynching of 3 men that was accused of kidnapping a little girl in Mexico. Let me tell you something. Yikes. That's a people that are starting to understand what's right and what's wrong. And that the only way they're going to get justice is to handle it themselves sometimes. You understand? Hold on one second. Chill out, little Curry. All right, no sweat. Hey, let me call you back. I'm teaching the class right now. All right, no sweat. All right, shalom. Sharita. Now, it reminds me of when Commander Hunter told us a story about how it was in the Bronx, where there was a cat that, was caught doing something nasty like that too, where the whole Bronx just came and got their own justice. You know what I'm saying? Those are the days that's coming here in America. Sooner or later, people are going to start standing up against all manner of wickedness and all manner of evil. It's just what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So big up to them in Mexico for handling that. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. So with that, this is, and we ain't got no questions. We got some questions. Don't look like we got no questions online. No sweat, no sweat. So with that, this is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. It's been a wonder and a pleasure and an honor teaching this class today. Make sure you tune in every day. If you're in the Milwaukee area and you want to stop being such an idiot and a loser and a fool who forgot your way, get with the Israelite School of UPK, man. We're not Christian groups. We're none of that, man. Holler at us, come see what it's about. I guarantee you, before you walk out this door, you're going to want to come back over and over and over. All right? Let's build this army. Let's get these ranks together or not. Stay all ass on out there. If that's what you choose to do, handle your business, and we'll handle ours. With that, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Thumb and Yahweh Shemal Athah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Shalom Israel.